once again, the real truth artist back at you, back with you. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all one time. I can't tell you how many times I can talk about this and say it's not gonna be on front news and this and that and everything because they consider the law, police, as telling the truth at all times, which they got a leeway where they can say what they want to say, and they can lie in depositions and on camera, and even if they record themselves, they still can lie, and even on the oath. And you think they gonna tell the truth? Most Some of them will, like I always say, and some of them won't. Most of them won't. This is part 4 of Dr. Ena Farley, a lady that I told you once before. I'm gonna give you a little background on it. That was kidnapped out of her home. There's no better way to say it. When a person or a lady or a human being, they paid taxes and they stay at their own house for so many years. I mean, decades, and and they don't want to go anywhere because the only place they know is their house, their home. That's where they feel safe and secure. You got to understand that news outlets, they is not gonna talk about this and that, because some of them get paid. I mean, how you think they making the big money? It's because they work with the law. They work with the judges. They work with the DAs. They work with the everybody but the ones that need help. They think if it's a small something they think small to them, they won't hear it. But they want to hear how people killing people and national disasters and this and that, which should be covered. But it's also things like this should be looked at. And it's so hard to get anybody to help you when you fell in that loophole, that law. You know what I mean? It's just so hard. It's so hard to actually ask for help and get big stations and everything. This is a small channel. And I know it. I wish it would be up so I can talk about a lot more things, and God knowing. So I mean, I need some help with y'all. I mean, I need some help all over the world. I mean, I'm not asking for a lot. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications. Let them know. It'll tell you when I'm on and when I'm on here and when I can. I mean, I own a small business. It's very small, and it's things that need to be out here because people actually go to my email and write me and tell me the misjustice that they even went through. Well, let's get with it. But once again, I'm a Jonathan. If you're looking and you're listening, if ain't nobody there fighting for you, we trying to. And I got a couple of people that on my end, down here where I'm at, that's trying to. And they looking into it. I mean, I got a small uh, amount of people that can actually get into it and investigate like they're supposed to be, like they're supposed to be investigated on Chatham. But every little help that you do, it helps me to send this out to the world. Uh, let's start here. I did 1, 2, 3 videos that showed you how the doctor was treated at her own home, forced out, kidnapped, bruised up. I mean, because they was pulling her every which way. Only God knows how many ways an elderly body can be tugged on. Now you had a sergeant and his minions that did this. Social workers came in. So I got a little more information and everything that I'm gonna sit out here because this is coming from the son that went through this, and his name is Jonathan Farley. But it's coming from him. I mean, it's not like he wasn't there. So the world know that it's not a 2-party or 3-party. This is coming from the horse's mouth. And I mean that in the best way I can say it. But if this was my mother or grandmother, it would have been done a lot differently. But now, as you see, you got paperwork where the judge. What is this judge name? Christopher Ciaccio. I'm gonna get the judge. I'm gonna make sure I tell you everything about him. But right now, I'm finna show you a little part of this video with some background into it and everything, so y'all don't know.
Mom, I can't help you. So arrest me.
Yes. We're going to the hospital, okay?
No, I don't want to
You'll
go.
be safe there. They're going to take care of you.
I don't want to go yet. I don't want to go yet. How dare you? You don't take me.
Thank you.
No!
Yeah, it's staying open.
And that's his son. That's her son, a younger son that you see. But you can clearly hear the mother. They came in the house and just grabbed her. You can clearly hear her say, Dr. Ena Farley. You can hear her constantly say, I do not want to go. I don't want to go. When can they come in your house? I mean, imagine if this was your mother or your grandmother.
Do not take me anywhere now.
Unfortunately,
No, I don't want to.
she's going to have to be boosted up. Yeah.
Do not take me anywhere now.
Yeah, got it.
No.
Every time social workers come to your house, it's going to be a problem. No matter if you're doing wrong or right, because they got the law behind them. And it seemed like the police, it seemed like the cops, it seemed like that they don't understand. Even social workers lie, which I'm pretty sure they're on page with each thing. They love to rip people out their house or kidnap them. They do it on the street, so there's nothing in them.
Yep.
Mom, I don't approve of any of this, but they're going to arrest me if I try to stop them.
I'm not fighting you.
I got it.
You're fighting me.
Go.
Leave me in the house.
You're like trying to
Leave me in the house. Leave me in the house.
Yeah, it's okay.
Leave me in the house. No. No, leave me in the house.
Yeah.
Leave me in the house.
This is the 50th sergeant that I was telling you. You go back to 1, 2, and 3, and I got his name. But go back to and see how he was protect and serve. But this is I don't know if he got bullied or he was the bully. But it was one of the two when he was in school. He think everything is a joke, even life. That's the kind of sergeant that get other people in trouble, even his coworkers. He's too hot-headed.
Leave me in my house. Leave me in my house.
They said that you have to go to the hospital.
No.
It's mandated. We have to.
When y'all hear it mandated, that means the judge is in the picture. He sits on a bench or he sits at home and he write up things. Now, what if somebody take the judge out of his own house? What is this judge's name? Chistopher Ciaccio. Now, let me tell you a little something about this. What if somebody go and take the judge, snatch him on out of his house? Tell him I got a mandate from another judge that you got to leave. Because I know he's probably older. He might not be old as Miss Farley, but Dr. Farley, but I bet you older. Now imagine that. No telling what the judge will do. Pull something. I don't know. But imagine if his son tried to get his house. And he went through all kinds of loopholes to get her out. Get him out. Get his father out. For the bag. Tying up. You're breaking my arm. This is kidnap, man. No way. No how you look at it. You don't see the straps. The straps, they come on, man. Y'all see it.
I don't want to go. You're breaking my arm.
How is this health?
We have to get you checked out.
I want God, not you.
Okay.
I want God.
She want God, not them. These are devils. Everyone that's on that, in that little walkway area, strapping her down, taking her out of the house, which they know that's wrong. But you know what they doing? They following orders. And some of them taking it to a extreme. They say they following orders, but some of them taking it way overboard. Pulling on her, about to break her arm. After this, she had bruises on her. You pull on them elderly. It's not like you grabbing on a young kid, a adult, a big adult, or somebody like me. Even though that it's not like that. You touching them, you grab them too hard, you're gonna leave bruises. You're gonna hurt them. It's more frailer to break their bones and stuff like that. You think they care?
Not you.
You can let go.
Leave me alone. You're embarrassing me. Leave me alone.
Good up there. We're gonna have to.
Leave me in my house. Leave me in my house.
Come over.
I don't want to go. So what are you trying to do? Why are you picking me out?
Yeah.
This how it started. This how they gain entrance into their home. Elderly people believe in the law enforcement. Probably ain't had no law enforcement at our house and all this and everything. They believe in them, so they allow me in and this and that. But it's a big mistake. This is one thing you do not do, is let anyone in your home that you don't want there. Close your door. Close your screen door. You can talk to them through the screen door, or you don't have to answer. Start here.
I'm not trying to pick on you in any way. I'm concerned because it seems like you have medications that aren't here, right? That will keep you healthy because they're where you were living.
My
right?
doctor does that for me.
You see the little smirk on the Sergeant Shorty. Sergeant Shorty, that's what I'm going to call him. Little man. Napoleon Complex. Y'all done seen it. I mean, y'all done read about Napoleon. Yeah, so y'all know the logic in what I'm saying. This little man have a Napoleon Complex for sure. And he'll show it in his movie. He'll show it in his videos. Check out 1, 2, and 3.
You want to come in?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Why do you think that I don't have a doctor that looks after me?
So it's something that we didn't talk about before because I'm not.
Jonathan is in the house with his mother, taking care of him. Moved all the way there, stopped everything he was doing in a different town, different city. Came home. More than what Felipe or Anthony have done for. He dropped everything. They have kids. I can understand if Felipe and Anthony and other kids have wives, children, and this and that. They can't stop everything they're doing. But they have one son. They can. He don't have a wife. He don't have kids. He can go take care of them. They rallied together to keep the younger son out their mother house. It's no brother than love, man.
I'm not professional.
I'm
like
not
that. I don't
killing
have that
anybody on the road.
expertise. Is that there is medications that you're in need of, and that's one of the reasons that you need to go to the hospital.
Can show you something.
Yep.
So in there, I won't show you too much. There's more to the side. Mary Hoe, the alleged caregiver, is sleeping in the garage. I'll show you. We watch her.
We're going to get to Mary Hoe in a minute. Mary Hoe moved everything from where she was staying to their home, to Dr. Ena Farley home. That's invasion of privacy. This is not no real care. I mean, the sons, Anthony Felipe, sent this lady to live in their home to take care of them, which she's scared of them. She's scared of this woman. This woman, you don't know this woman like that. Get somebody from, I don't know, man, but you got your son willing to take care of. What a trust.
Yeah.
Those are Mary Hoe's boxes. There's a caregiver who's been for a few days, do stuff like that normally.
That's the caregiver's stuff,
Yes.
Jonathan?
Yes.
Okay, so do you want that out of here?
I do. My mother last 1 week ago,
Okay.
she told Mary Hoe, she
Yeah.
wasn't present in the house,
Okay.
not to come back.
Okay.
It's recorded in the sheriff's office.
Okay.
And then
Now the mother on tape saying that Mary Hoe scares her. Talk to her like a dog. You think you want somebody in your home talking to you like you're a dog and you done owned your home forever? This is your castle.
2 days later, my mother is the one who's removed from the house. Mary Hoe was
Okay.
here when my mother was removed.
Okay.
Why was it medically necessary?
So basically, nuts and bolts of this is you want Mary Hoe to get her stuff out of this house because she's no longer employed in those services, correct?
No, my mother made the independent decision
Okay.
to tell Mary Hoe to leave.
Okay.
And then the two of us wrote, then we went down to the sheriff's office, Zone C,
Okay.
spoke with Sergeant Toomey.
Okay.
She said nothing criminal had happened, but we wanted police involved.
Sure.
And then we told Mary Hoe by text and by email, to the two of us, that she can arrange a time to have sheriff deputies come with her
Okay.
to remove her belongings. She did not reply. 2 days later, Mary Hoe comes here with two of my brothers and the Monroe County sheriffs,
Okay.
although they didn't say who they were, so I didn't know who they were.
Sure.
Time for Rockport or not. And then I thought they were.
The police said sure. They didn't come and tell him who they was or whatever. But he said sure. This is common practice. Police, when they're doing wrong, they don't give out their name and their badge numbers. Because they know they can get a complaint. Which the complaint ain't gonna go nowhere. They it's in house. The chief is right on board. Whenever you get through, the chief is right on board. I mean, his blue line cannot do anything wrong.
Here to force us to have Mary Hoe in the house again. But then after 30 minutes, my mother's gone, and they tell me that my brothers took her on a drive to maybe have dinner. And then my mother did not return later that night. And then I hadn't seen her for 5 days.
Brother tricked him. That's the scariest thing I've never heard. Well, we see it every day because we see a lot of people that do wrong things. But
Until today.
This is my house. I own it.
Yep.
I was a college professor. I was a member of the Board of Regents for a long time. I'm living happily here by myself.
Yep, that's fine.
This is one of my sons who I do not want you to bother.
We're not bothering. You're just going for a ride.
I'm not going for a ride.
No one's going.
I'm not going for a ride.
No one's going.
And I don't.
we're not bothering. You're just going for a ride. This ride gonna take forever. Do not go. This ride gonna take forever. Because once they get you in the system, they keep you in the system. But do you think Johnny can do too much? I mean, what can he do if he locked up? Only thing he do is ask for help from us. Because if he locked up, he can't fight from behind bars for his mother. Y'all get on page. Email me. Do something. I mean, if it's anyone big out there, I'm gonna give you a task. I dare you to take over this story. I dare you. They try to block the kids, trying to block a lot of things, trying to call YouTube and say things and say negative things and try to get your video stopped because they don't want everything that I'm saying is on verified through the video and the younger child. Everything. It's not hard to reach out to Jonathan Farley. It's not hard. If you really care about people in general, especially your elderly, reach out to him. I'm gonna leave his information. I'm trying to leave his name in his email. I'm gonna ask him first, but reach out to him.
I want you to ask me any more questions. This is my son, and this is a good man. Not only was he high up in his class at Harvard University, coming second, but he is my son.
Harvard, you hear that, don't you? He the only one graduated with those. There's any other brother with those high ranks, those high skill levels, those high everything that he's bona fide, man. The youngest, she didn't have to pay for his college. The rest of them she did. Her and her husband. But he the only one took it on his own. And the college, he was so smart that it's free. Scholarships.
But I want him around here. He's the youngest of my 4 sons. He has a PhD. Also,
Listen to the betrayal. I am going to tell my mother what is going on. And
when can you not speak? When can you not speak to save your mother? This sergeant and his goons, they know they recorded and they don't want him to talk.
And we told them, they tried to force this woman. They tried to force this woman. And he's trying to talk over me now, so you can't hear me. They tried to force this woman to live in this house.
No, I don't know.
You told her to go.
They're going.
Oh, this is the woman who is there.
They're going to marry Hoe.
I have the bedroom.
They're going to marry Hoe, y'all.
Got the den. You know.
How much more are you going to take?
Just this.
The invader. The breaking and entering. They can't get her because they can't get her for breaking in. I'm just being funny. But this the invader here. Because they allowed her to come in. What the kids did. Not Jonathan.
Yes, because I plan to return to the house.
Yeah, of course. So you're good now then?
Yeah, good for now until he leaves, and then we got to change the locks.
Till he leave, then we got to change the locks. Did Jonathan's mother say change the locks? I bet she didn't. Not on her child. She coming in here trying to run things. When you get them from foreign countries and all this and everything, I don't mean some of them, a lot of them good. But when you get somebody that's trying to come over here and take over your home, what you gonna do? You just gonna lay down and let them? God know I wouldn't. In America, I hope you wouldn't, because if you do, you're cowards or you're just sorry. And every one of these officers are cowards. And I'm gonna say it.
No, I have the whole garage. I have the bedroom. I've got the den. You know.
How much more are you going to take?
Whole garage, den, bedroom. All her stuff is at Miss Ena's, Dr. Ena Farley house. She moved in.
Just this. Yes, because I plan to return to the house.
Yeah, of course. So you're good now then?
Yeah, good for now until he leaves. And
Police need to be saying, "Nah, you need to take everything, all your stuff now. This is civil." But one thing we know, this house is not in your name. The son, he's there. You need to get all your stuff. You get a U-Haul. That's how they kick everybody else out. That's how the city and all the rest of them kick everyone when they don't pay their rent or whatever and everything. But the whole thing, it doesn't matter about that. The whole thing is, if the homeowner do not want you there, get your stuff and get up out of here. And the police won't do nothing. Get off my porch. This is civil. Y'all say it's civil? Get off my porch then. I get her stuff out. I sit it to the curb. Jonathan, I would have grabbed everything. Might have been a lawsuit, might have been whatever. I don't care. But I'd have grabbed everything and put it to the curb. This is my mother's property. Called her and told her, come get your stuff. Your stuff is finna be put to the curb. Gave her up and put it on video, on everything so you can cover yourself. And I'd have pushed her stuff to the curb. It didn't belong there in the first place.
we gotta change the locks.
This woman is trying to force her way into our house. We sent her information saying that the only time we sent her information saying that the only way she
Come
could come
back.
back was by making a prearranged time with sheriff's deputies. They did not make a prearranged
I
time.
have my lawyers.
They made a surprise visit with these two who are supposed to be your sons who are assisting this woman.
Pointing at the sons. With these two, they haven't said anything to Jonathan. They haven't even clapped back and said, hey, I'm a son, this and that. They know what they're doing is wrong. They haven't said anything.
And who wants to force her way into your house. Let's go.
He's the only one standing up for her. I'm going to tell you something. Most of the time, if not all the time, wherever they stay, your mother, your grandmother, they live there all their life. They get pushed to a nursing home or a hospital. They pass. But if they stayed there, they live. Same routine they do every day. Getting up, fixing their lunch, their meal, but you got your son there. But the whole thing is, most time, when they go to the nursing home or the hospital, most time out of 10, if they stay there, they pass. And Jonathan is fighting so hard. Y'all, reach out. We're not getting enough coverage over this. And do what you feel in your heart.
Let's go.
I don't want to.
What if it was you?
Hold on a minute.
And I want to
What
just
if it
stay
was
in
your
the car,
mother or
not
your
leave my
grandmother?
property.
Watch your step.
I watch my step.
Do you need a hand?
I can watch my step. What is happening to my son?
What happened?
Mom, she
It's my
insisted on
house.
I couldn't keep her in the car. Let's go
Mom,
outside.
please.
But you have to come with me, Mom.
No, to approve of their.
Mom, once you leave.
Yo, I'm gonna do another video. I'm gonna have to stop it in mid-range. Cause I got 30 minutes on here, but I really wanted to talk to y'all a little bit. What's this judge name? Judge Christopher Ciaccio. Judge Christopher Ciaccio. I think what you're doing is wrong. And I got freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want to say. I think if the roles was reversed, you wouldn't want to go to no nursing home. You wouldn't want to go places they don't want to take you. I think you need to do the right thing. Stand up. Quit standing up for just what people say to you. Stand up for what's right. And that's the law. What's right is the law. Thank you. Hit that bell notification. Like and subscribe.